What's going on, you guys? So, as you've seen in the last video, we picked up a new build for the channel, the Pontiac G8. So, I gave you guys a little bit of a rundown of what I thought I was going to do to it and kind of like laid out a little bit of a game plan there. So, let's kind of show you guys what I've gotten done so far. Okay, well, for starters, up here in the back, we pulled the entire subframe out of the car because we're going to go through and refresh the entire subframe. We kind of got a pile of parts here of stuff we've taken off, so all the old control arms and sway bar, old exhaust, all that crap. It was all kind of rusty, clapped out. Now, I was looking at just doing all new bushings and everything. I was thinking, you know, I'll just press the bushings out, just put new ones in. I was originally just going to stick stock bushings in it because we do plan on keeping this as like a streetable car, and I'm not really a fan of Heim joints on street cars. They wear out quick, dirt debris gets in them, jam nuts loosen up, so we're not doing any crazy Heim joint stuff, just you know, OEM style bushings. Now, when it came to doing bushings, I looked up the cost of what bushings were, and it was almost dumb to just buy bushings. So doing all the bushings in the rear of the car would have cost me about $200 in bushings if I wanted to go with like poly bushings or something like that, but I just want to do OEM bushings. So instead we just bought all new arms for the whole rear suspension, and you know, brand new arms for everything to redo the entire rear was only 190 bucks. So it was, you know, kind of like not a hard decision to make, so we just bought all new arms for it. They're coming from Rock Auto, so they're not here yet. The only arms that I do have right now are the lower control arms. So we do have new lower control arms for it. We did get some more parts in. So you guys seen last time we had the clutch in. I believe I had the clutch. You guys seen I had the transmission. I don't remember what other parts I had in, but so we got 1000cc injectors for it. We got all the V-bands and everything for doing the exhaust. We bought all new hardware for the rear suspension, so basically replacing all of the old bolts and getting new ones, new camber adjustment bolts, all that stuff. We got a fuel pressure regulator here. This is the same $35 fuel pressure regulator that I bought for my Supra. I actually had such good luck with it, I said screw it, and I just bought another one for this car. So got the fuel pressure regulator, fuel pumps on order. We pulled down the radiator from the GTO. So that's actually the radiator I ran in my GTO for quite a few years. There's nothing wrong with it, but we did want to get an aluminum radiator because we are going to be doing a V-mount radiator on it. Also, for suspension, we picked up a set of Petters coil overs for it. So coil overs are definitely something that we do need for this. I've driven plenty of the Camaros with Petter coil overs, and they actually feel really good. So I ordered a set of those up. I really wish Fortunato made a set for this car because I definitely would have went with Fortunes, but unfortunately they did not make any. So we went with the Petters. And one of the biggest issues with the GTO and the G8 and the Camaro is this strut top bushing. So these bushings are garbage. They get clapped out, they sag, they make noise. So Petters actually makes a solution for that. Camber plates. Now, I said I was going to be turbocharging this car. Well, at first I said I might turbocharge it, I don't know, and then I said, well, it's me, we're definitely going to turbocharge it. So we have the old Garrett GTX 4508R here. This was on the GTO, it was on the Supra. Great turbo, still in fantastic condition, no issues with it, but we're not going to use it. And the reason we're not going to use it is because we got this. This is the new Garrett G42 1200C. You can see side by side, they're a similar size turbo. Height wise is much shorter, and it's just a more compact version and more up-to-date, newer version of this. So while the GTX 4294R is a fantastic turbo, these new generation Garrett turbos are just leaps and bounds better than the old stuff. We're talking better spool time, better peak power, more efficiency, lighter weight, stainless housings, just an overall much better turbo, and I'm really excited to test this out. Now also, normally when turbocharging a car, I'll just buy an off-the-shelf intercooler for something. For example, my GTO had an off-the-shelf intercooler, Supra off-the-shelf intercooler, Mustang off-the-shelf intercooler. But on the G8, I kind of wanted to stick with, you know, some Garrett products on that. So we have a Garrett intercooler core here. And this intercooler core is efficient for about 600 horsepower. And it's a smaller core. It's not like a massive 24 by 12 or anything like that. It's a relatively small core. I think it's 24 by 8.5 by 3.5. So it's a smaller core, but it is actually the perfect size to fit in this grill and get good airflow. So we're going to be making our own custom end tanks for it and all that, obviously, and we'll be sure to do a video on that when I build the intercooler. As for the radiator is getting V-mounted still. Probably going to need to delete the AC to clear the downpipe, just because of clearance issues and stuff like that, and how I want to actually build the turbo kit. So AC is probably something we're going to have to delete unless we can find a cost-efficient electric AC compressor. Now I have the rear subframe out of the car, which I went through, cleaned up, repainted. That is the old G8 differential right there, which we are getting rid of because stock G8 differential is garbage. So we are going to be upgrading that to the 2010 Camaro differential, which has much better diff options and gear ratios. So that diff has, I believe it's a 392 or no, that's a, so that diff I believe has a 292 or a 294 gear in it, whereas the Camaro I think is a 346 or a 373. Either way, we can get gears for it if we want. They're not really that expensive and they're super easy to change out. I've rebuilt plenty of those Camaro diffs. So what gear we put in it, not sure yet. Like I said, it's going to be a street car, so we might stick around like a 340, 343 or whatever the gear is that's in it. But it should be a lot better and a lot stronger than that stock G8 diff. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, game plan of what's going on with that. As for the build, it is it's a lot of tedious shit right now, just cleaning stuff up, and you know, cleaning shit is not really content worthy, so I'm just kind of giving you guys an update of what we got going on. And watching me struggle with breaking rusty bolts loose is not very fun either. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. A little update video letting you guys know that we are started on the build, and just have to keep you guys posted with where it goes from here. So, you know, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, follow the build along, and until the next one, I'll catch you guys later.